What's up guys, it's Dave, and in this video I would like to share with you a residential block design for the folktails faction, which based on the beavers per tile ratio is about as efficient as you can get, and thanks to its fairly small footprint it also allows you to max out the beavers' happiness from decorations without much trouble. For these reasons I like to call it the Folktails Amazing Residential Tower, or F.A.R.T for short. Now the more nerdy ones among you may have already made the rather simple calculations that the best beavers per tile ratio achievable by a single folktails housing building is 1.5, which is shared by the double lodge and the triple lodge. The double lodge occupies 4 tiles and inhabits 6 beavers. The triple lodge uses 6 tiles and inhabits 9. Now with my design being a vertical structure, the sky is quite literally the limit, and that limit currently stands at the maximum building height of 33 blocks above the base of the map. Within that we can squeeze 16 levels without any monuments on top, or 14 levels with them, of course in both cases provided you start at the very bottom of the map. Now I think it's safe to assume that you most likely won't need 14, let alone 16 levels, but anyway those are the highest possible numbers you can achieve. Right now let's look at the table with all the values I worked with. Considering I prefer happy beavers, let's continue with 14 levels, which gets us to 588 total beavers. Again, as I said, much more than most colonies really need. And those beavers will live across a footprint of 47 tiles, which is, if I remember correctly, including the tiles covered by the rooftop terraces here, and of course including the tiles here, which are not actually built on, but I assume they cannot be used for anything else anymore, so I put them into the number as well. So this gives us an amazing beavers per tile ratio of about 12.5. Naturally what matters as well is the maximum distance the beavers have to travel, which is shown in the last column. Now keep in mind that these distances apply to each level provided it is the last one, in case you have any level above the number for each non-top level except for the first one rises by 2. So for example on my prototype tower here with 4 levels, the distance from the entrance to the furthest lodging on the 3rd level, which is this one, you can see 56, starting tile is this one, 33, is a 23 rather than 21, but I assume that's just the detail. The reason for this is that on all the levels except for the top one, we always have 2 staircases, one going down, one going up, obviously. And on the last level we don't have the staircase going up anymore, so the beavers can take a shorter route from the last staircase. With the numbers out of the way, let's look at how to actually build it. What you want to start with is a square like this of 8 tiles around a center one. In the middle you want to put a staircase. It doesn't matter whether it goes from the left to right or from the right to left, but of course it wouldn't work if you put it from bottom to top or top to bottom. It always has to be oriented 90 degrees to the entrance to the whole structure. Now around that we want to put 2 patches of dynamite, always 2 times 3. Now let's put some single platforms here. Obviously we will have to put paths on top also, but I won't do that for on the next levels. Anyway, now on the 2nd level and all the levels above, the orientation of the staircase actually matters, because if we were to put it this way, facing the same way the previous one was, the beavers going to the higher levels would have to go around the whole thing, whilst if we orient it this way, so the bottom faces the previous top, they only have to travel 2 tiles on each level. Now, to get to another level, we always put double platforms on top of the staircases. Again, another staircase, another staircase. We can add some more single platforms. As I said, for the purposes of this video, I won't be putting in the paths, but of course you do need them. Now let's put one more platform like that. Again, staircase, bottom facing the previous top. Now let's put in the lodges. In the holes that we previously made, we put the triple lodges. And in the corners we put double lodges. Now you always put the same orientation of the door in the opposite corners diagonally, and for the other 2 corners we just have to flip it. And let's put them here. Yeah, I see I have to add one more layer of the single platforms. Now if we imagine we put the staircases everywhere, we have access to the top level. Now I'm putting these triple lodges 1 tile lower, because that allows us to actually use the space on top of them as well. What I did here in my prototype is I put 2 x 1 overhangs on the roofs, and I put some rooftop terraces on them, whilst allowing decorations to be placed as well. Of course, you can do anything else. There are all sorts of other well-being buildings which you can place there instead. Now what I did here is I also put a monument in each corner, because I like things to be symmetrical. I put 2 of each, but you definitely don't have to do that, unlike the decorations, which have to be a little spammed, so to speak, if you want to affect all of the buildings. With monuments you're perfectly fine, thanks to pretty long range of effect. You can just put 1 of each. Now with if I'm not mistaken, the decorations should be placed so that all of the buildings are affected. Yeah, I think so. To achieve that, we also have to put pillars made out of platforms on each side of the staircase. Single platform and then doubles, where we put the sort of extra decorations to make sure that we actually reach all of the buildings with everything. Now there is one more improvement that can be made to the structure. As you can see, these decorations, any one of them can be ripped out and placed elsewhere. And when you do that, you can let's imagine we started the tower below ground. So let's imagine this is actually the ground level, and if we do that and we make this the actual entrance to the tower, we can especially for taller towers, we can quite significantly reduce the travel distance and thus travel time for the beavers who have to go to the furthest lodges. So that's just one more thing you can do to improve upon the distance traveled. And I guess that's all for me today. So if you have any other ideas how to improve this, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please consider giving me a like or even subscribing, and I'll be looking forward to see you again next time. Bye!